Hey guys, here's another video, and today I'll be doing something way different. So in one of my videos, I said that we're going to be doing some versus battles, and we are. So right now, the way I'm doing this is I set up little brackets with Harry Potter characters, and we're going to find out who's the strongest wizard. So also I'll be doing this so I can see who's the strongest Harry Potter character. And I'll do another one of these videos for Star Wars, and then I'll have the two strongest characters from each series battle, and we'll see who's the ultimate winner. So we have to start somewhere, so right now we're starting with Harry Potter. So the first bracket right here is Hermione versus Ron. So right here, they're both pretty powerful wizards, but I feel like Hermione is a lot more not experienced, but knows much more stuff. I feel like Ron is a little bit better dueler, but I feel like Hermione just knows so many more spells, and I feel like that really gives her an advantage over Ron. So right now we're gonna go with this. Let's get this over here. There you go. So Hermione moves on and Ron loses. So next up we got Harry versus Draco. So with this, they actually dueled each other, and Harry won, but I feel like that's not really a proper duel, because I feel like Harry kind of used the Sanctum Sempra curse. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. So he kind of used that against Draco, and Draco wasn't really trained to his fullest. So remember, this is at their primes, and I feel like Harry, but even though Harry won, I was saying how Draco wasn't trained to the fullest. Draco did get trained really well in the Dark Arts by Bellatrix. Oh my god, people are like making so much sound behind me. Draco was trained by Bellatrix Lestrange, who's down here, and she is a super powerful wizard, and so Draco really gets an advantage in that because he's gotten a super good person who trained him. But again, Harry's the chosen one, and I feel like Harry is just more talented overall, and I'm gonna have to give Harry the win for this. So right now we got Harry versus Hermione. So now we're just going to keep going down, and then we're just going to keep going like that. And so then, next up, we got Mad-Eye Moody versus Dumbledore. So they're both very skilled wizards. Mad-Eye Moody is really popular because he's so known in the wizarding world for being one of the greatest Order of the Phoenix members, for taking down so many Death Eaters. But again, Dumbledore has been awarded so many things, like so many awards, and has fought Voldemort, has fought Grindelwald, and the duel against Grindelwald was named the greatest duel of all time. And Dumbledore is just such a skilled wizard. I think I'm going to have to give this to Dumbledore. Next up, we got Ginny versus Neville. So both of these guys are skilled, and Neville does have an advantage because in the movie he's in 7th year, and Ginny's in her 6th year. But right now we're going on our prime, and then they're both really good, and they both show a lot of potential. But I think I might have to give this to Neville because he took down Nagini and destroyed one of the Horcruxes, and I feel like he's just done everything. In the start of the movies and books, he was terrible at, he's a really bad wizard, but in the end I feel like he's just grown so much and is such a good wizard now. Ginny, yes, is a very good wizard too, but I think Neville is just a little bit better and more talented. So I'm going to have to give this to Neville. That's it for the good guys. Well, Snape's also a good guy. Also, if you guys haven't seen the Harry Potter movies and Harry Potter books, I really don't want you guys to watch this because you should not get any spoilers. Just make sure to check out some of my other videos. So right here we got Snape versus Bellatrix. Again, Snape's a good guy, but I'm just gonna put him against Bellatrix because this is such a fun match to see. And this is probably one of the closest ones out of a lot of these. And Snape's a really good and really talented wizard, and so is Bellatrix. Bellatrix is such a notorious Death Eater. She's killed so many wizards, and is just so skilled. She even killed Sirius Black, who's also a very good wizard. But I think I'm going to have to give this to Snape, because I think he's just more talented than her, and he can read minds, and so he can kind of manipulate her mind to think he's throwing a certain spell, so she tries countering that, and he just shoots out the spell that's a counter to her spell. And I feel like Snape has that mind control thing, that like he can kind of read minds with his he has like a spell to read minds, and that's gonna be really useful. And I think overall he's just more talented. So I'm giving this to Snape. Next up, we got two very untalented wizards. So right here, it's a super close match. They're both bad wizards, but it's still a close match because they're both really bad. So right here, I think I might have to give this to Umbridge, because Wormtail, he hasn't really done anything that is impressive. Umbridge did take down a few senators, so that kind of gives her the advantage on that. They're both bad wizards, but I think Umbridge is just a little bit better because she's accomplished more things. Yeah, Wormtail's killed a couple of people, but the people he killed weren't really expecting it, and he just kind of killed them out of surprise. But Umbridge did take down like one or two senators who were trying to kill her too. So right now I'm going to give that to Umbridge. Next up we got Greyback versus Voldemort. This is a really easy one. Greyback's a werewolf, and he is very powerful and stuff because he's just physically really strong. He'd win against any of these guys in like a fight without their wands because he's a werewolf, and overall he's just really strong, physically strong. He's got really sharp teeth and sharp claws. But I think Voldemort can just fly, teleport, use these crazy spells on him. Voldemort definitely gets the win on this. Next up, we got Grindelwald versus Malfoy. When I say Malfoy, you might be thinking of the Malfoy you know from the book, who's Harry's rival. He was kind of mean to Harry. But this is Draco Malfoy's dad, Lucius Malfoy. So right here, Lucius Malfoy is a pretty good wizard. He's a known Death Eater, but I feel like Grindelwald is just so much more skilled than him, and he's just a better wizard in every single way possible. So Grindelwald definitely gets this win. Alright, next up we got Hermione versus Harry. This is another tough match because Hermione in the start would probably win, but in the end it's much harder. Because Hermione probably knows a couple more spells than Harry, and it's probably just a little bit more skilled at magic, but Harry's the chosen one, and I feel like he just overall is more talented at it. Hermione is more book smart than him, and knows more spells. But Harry's just more talented and probably is a better dueler. So this is really a tough one. I think I'm gonna have to give this to Harry. Harry moves on. Dumbledore versus Neville. This one's a very, very, very easy one. Neville is a great wizard, and he's done lots of crazy things like killing Nagini, the Horcrux, but he's nowhere near the level of Dumbledore. So really easily, this is with no match at all. Dumbledore definitely gets this win. Also, I'm gonna have to capitalize this B. There you go. Alright, next up, we got Snape versus Umbridge. Right here, you're gonna have to give this to Snape really easily, because Umbridge, again, isn't a very good wizard. At least from what we see in the movies and books, she looks like a terrible wizard. She's like a little bit below average, average, maybe a little bit below average wizard. And Snape is definitely above average. He's an amazing wizard, and he can read people's minds with his spells. He's created spells, he's created potions, and he's just an excellent wizard overall. So definitely we're gonna have to give this one to Snape. Now we got, this is a tough one. Now we got Voldemort versus Grindelwald. So this is actually a really hard match. This is probably the closest thing out of all of these. So I think you guys might be a little bit upset when I say this. Some people are probably gonna be like, what? But I'm gonna have to give this to Grindelwald. The reason why I did this is because Voldemort, yes, J.K. Rowling stated that Voldemort is magically stronger than Grindelwald. She didn't specifically say that, but she said Voldemort's the strongest. She said that Voldemort is the strongest dark wizard of all time, and Grindelwald's a dark wizard. But she didn't say is the best dueler. I feel like when we have this, it's not about who's smarter or who knows more spells, because if it was like that, Hermione would have won. But this is about who's a better dueler and who would win in a duel. Harry won because he's a better dueler, and I feel like Grindelwald's a better dueler. Voldemort just puts out everything he has at once to try to kill the person as quick as possible with the Vada Kedavra curse. But Grindelwald doesn't always do that. I feel like he's smarter about it, and he kind of like plays. I feel like he's just a better dueler, and he plays it a little bit more safe. So the duel between him and Dumbledore lasted 2 hours, and the Voldemort against Dumbledore lasted like 10 minutes, or like 8 to 10 minutes, like less than 10 or below minutes. And Voldemort had to retreat after that because he put all of his energy into a few attacks. I feel like Grindelwald's just a way better dueler. So actually, not way better. He's a better dueler. So I'm gonna have to give the win to Grindelwald. Next up, we got Harry versus Dumbledore. For this is one of the ones that isn't actually that close. What made more sense is if we got Mad Eye versus Dumbledore, but we already got that in the start. So the next best thing is probably Harry. And yeah, Harry definitely is an amazing wizard, can duel really well, knows a lot of stuff, very talented, but he's nowhere near the level of Dumbledore. Dumbledore can do like amazing things. He got so many awards for being like an amazing wizard, and so can easily take down so many Death Eaters. And it's just overall like an amazing wizard. Like when he goes against Death Eaters, Bellatrix was like really praised a lot for like getting away from Dumbledore, because all the other Death Eaters got captured by him, and that's saying a lot because people thought it was a really big deal that Bellatrix got away from Dumbledore, and she's a really good wizard, and people would never suspect that. So that's definitely a big deal. So Dumbledore definitely gets this win. And I'm not sure if Harry could even beat Bellatrix, and Dumbledore can easily beat her. So we're giving this win to Dumbledore. Alright, next up we got Snape versus Grindelwald. Again, Snape's an amazing wizard and all, but Grindelwald's just a higher level than him. Snape, if he didn't die, sorry if you guys haven't seen the movies yet, but I gave you a warning earlier. If Snape didn't die, then he might have actually beat Grindelwald later on. But again, he did die before he got to that level, and he can read his minds and stuff. But I feel like Grindelwald's just a lot better dueler and just knows way more spells than him. Even though Snape's very good, I'm giving this one to Grindelwald. Alright, so now we got one-on-one, and it's Dumbledore versus Grindelwald. Conveniently for us, they actually dueled each other in Harry Potter history, and the winner actually was Dumbledore. And yeah, people could say that it could have gone either way, which is true because they're both such good wizards, and Dumbledore said he was just a shade better than him. But I feel like Dumbledore would definitely win this because he beat Grindelwald when Grindelwald had the Elder Wand, which is supposed to make you win in any duel. So Dumbledore definitely gets the win on this. The winner is Dumbledore. So there we have it. The most powerful character or wizard in the Harry Potter universe is Dumbledore. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and thought what I said was accurate. If you really enjoyed it, then I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe. See you guys in another video, and goodbye.